What if you could build a six-figure business from scratch and see every single step, every mistake, and every breakthrough along the way? Well, that's exactly what the 30-day Hypnosis Biz Funnel Build Challenge is all about. In this quick recap, I'm going to give you a high-level overview of the first 5 days of this roller coaster journey so far, and I'm also going to share the biggest lesson I've discovered by doing all of this. Hi, I'm Shane Fozzard. I've been a hypnotherapist, hypnotherapy trainer, hypnotic entrepreneur, and a coach for over 15 years. I'm also the founder of booknotic.com, an app which is a hypnotic super learning experience based on the world's best-selling books. I'm also the co-founder of omnisyncpro.io, which is an all-in-one online business and marketing platform designed for therapists, coaches, and healers. Now, my mission is pretty simple. It's to help empower 1,000 coaches, therapists, and healers just like you to change the lives of 1,000 clients each over the next 1,000 days. And I do that by helping them to brand themselves better, to market themselves better, to feel more confident in what they do, and to use automation and AI to take care of the taxing admin work so they can do more of what they love to do without burning out. So after the first 5 days, I moved from pure idea to validated strategic plan. I did this by starting by day 1 being about clarity and alignment. And I moved to day 2, which is about deep work and mining your own assets. Day 3 was all about polishing those assets into diamonds and then building a multi-tiered value ladder. And then in day 4, I did some ethical competitor spying and then wrapped it all up with day 5 being about landing page audits. So this was not about theory. This is about real behind the scenes build of a scalable business model with a few mistakes along the way. So let's break it all down. Day 1 was all about getting crystal clear. I introduced the 6M protocol, a foundational framework for any successful business. It starts with M being mindset, and it's the concept of deciding whether you're going to be a light bulb or a laser beam. And then I defined the mission with my zero to hero story. I then identified the market, the people that we're meant to serve, and then I mined my existing assets to find the value that I could leverage off. And once I found them, I was able to then magnify them by polishing them into something of higher relevant value. And then finally, I crafted my own unique message that I felt would connect more deeply with the marketplace. Now, the key takeaway here is that clarity is power. When you know exactly what you're building and for whom, every action becomes more effective. But strategy is useless without the right mindset. So I also discussed tackling the biggest obstacle you'll likely face, which is your own hidden self-sabotage patterns, and how to recognize blind spots, how to embrace the discomfort of learning, and how to understand that direct link between your mindset, behavior, and your results. I also introduced the energetic congruency test. And it's basically asking yourself, am I energetically aligned with my goals or with this output? And if you're not at least a 7 out of 10 in confidence and congruency, you need to look within yourself and find out why before you continue any further. So day 2 was where I did the unsexy work that most people skip. This is what I think of being the price of admission. I took a lot of the content that was relevant that I'd created over the years, such as webinars, videos, courses, and I transcribed it all using AI tools like Whisper transcription. And then I fed all that raw data into some Notebook LM notebooks and using ChatGPT to create master knowledge files. Now, this became the digital brain of the business, the source of truth for everything that I'll build from this point forward. And this is really the part that AI couldn't help with. It's the effort that was required to review it all with a fine-tooth comb to ensure that all the necessary details and my expertise was accurately captured and expressed. This took pretty much a few hours. And it was part of that cognitive effort that I think of as I'm paying the price of admission for the success that I want from this. So with the knowledge base established, day 3 was about structuring the business model. And so I used AI to help me develop a 5-tier value ladder to ensure that I'm going to be building a scalable business. Now, I really focused in on the micro offer as the entry point and then ascending people to low, mid, and high ticket offerings as well. Now, this model allows you to serve the masses at the bottom whilst also reserving your most valuable time for your premium clients at the top, therefore preventing burnout and also maximizing your impact and your revenue. So on day 4, I showed you how to ethically spy on your competitors' ads using the Facebook Ads Library, a completely legal and transparent tool. And I found what's already working in the market. looking for ads that have been running for a long time and using this as like an assumption of profitability. I captured their ad copy, their creatives, and their landing pages. Not to rip them off or copy them, but really to use it as ideas and to learn what's working for them, and then to generate even better ideas for myself using AI to help me with the analysis and to adapt these. Now, before I start building a landing page, just like you would with a house, we need to ensure that we have the right blueprint and the structural design. And that's what I showed you in day 5. I demonstrated a 3-part landing page audit where we analyzed the high-level structure, we looked at the conversion techniques being used, and then just as importantly, we looked for the gaps and the opportunities that our competitors are leaving on the table. And then to save time and brain power, we used AI to do this faster, therefore saving me time and still giving me the insights that I was looking for. And that was the overview of the first 5 days of the 30-day Hypnosis Biz Funnel Build Challenge. Going from clarity to alignment in day 1, to building a foundation in day 2, to creating a framework in day 3 and a business model, gathering the market intelligence on day 4, and then finally your funnel blueprint in day 5. Now this journey is basically built on timeless principles. That clarity is power, deep work pays off, polish up your diamonds, and then learn from others. But for me personally, the biggest lesson that I've had over the last 5 days was slamming headfirst into the brick wall of the planning fallacy. Building a multiple 6-figure business from the ground up in 30 days was already a big task, but I really underestimated the extra effort it would take to document this in a way that's going to make it watchable, relatable, and valuable for people like you. I underestimated the time and effort it would take to condense, explain, demonstrate, document, package, and ship the daily videos, workbooks, digital whiteboards, and the prompts. I didn't plan on half my day being taken up with delivering this type of value, which is probably a good time to remind you that if you want to access the workbooks and the prompts that I use each day, go ahead and join my free school community. There's a link in the description below. And if you want to access the digital whiteboard files so you can duplicate these and use them yourself, making everything so much easier and more organized, then consider becoming a founder in the school community. There's a limited number of founder spaces available for a complete no-brainer price that I think you'll see value in. And just consider, what's your time worth and what's your own 6-figure business worth to you? I really appreciate all the positive feedback that many of you have been sharing. Now, this recap video is just a teaser and an overview of the last 5 days. The real value is in the full step-by-step videos. So what's your next steps from here? Well, go and join the school community, watch the full day videos, download the frameworks, and start applying these principles to your own business. I really want to say thank you for watching. And if you like this video, click the bell, like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you can do anything, but you can't do everything. So choose the main thing that you'll focus on and be willing to pay the price of admission to get what you want.